What happened to Jojo Rogery? If you were ever a part of the GGS community, then you might have heard of the game Jojo Rogery. It had a lot of hype with some of GGS's biggest creators making videos on it. Some even went as far as to call it the JJS killer. And well, it's actually alive, just barely. But why? Well, I personally believe that the game was simply too rushed. I mean, I played it and I kept getting stuck in the floor for some reason, and the devs did the impossible and made hitboxes that are somehow worse than Forsaken's. I think they focused way too much just having a lot of characters and in the process forgot to make the characters usable. But that's just what I think, so tell me your thoughts in the comments. Roblox games demand of players, Enfosi. In Enfosi, you play as a Glagger, and you have to defend Glaggerland from Enfosians who have disguised themselves as Glaggers to infiltrate Glaggerland. You have several classes to choose from, and overall it's a very fun and stylish game, like the sound that I'll leave a link in the description. All items and grace explained. The flashlight. The flashlight is a 3-star light source that flashes a small area in front of you. It can also stun some specific enemies temporarily. The lantern. It's similar to the flashlight except it illuminates a lot more space around you, however it cannot stun anything at all. Shake. Shake gives you night vision, or at least a version of it, and even though you're not technically holding the item, Cuckoo can still attack you if you have it on. It will absorb the hit and will temporarily cover the screen with blue lines and the glitching effect. Doombringer. Just the Doombringer modifier except you have it from the start without a need for a modifier. Gleam. Gleam gives off a very small amount of light in front of you. It can shoot target cells and zombies for a speed boost. And that's Roblox games with too many players. Blue Lock Rivals. I played this game for the first time to make this video and dear god, first of all, what the hell is this loading screen? When I finally loaded the Sukuna knockoff, it pinned me into a new player lobby, and my first impression upon loading in, this game is so awfully saturated. I get that you need the fetuses to stay focused, but there are other ways to do that, you know? That's gambling or something. Oh, so the first match I got into, there was some guy who just kept teleporting to the ball. First I thought it was some character ability until he started flying in the ball. This move, I can't even describe it, just look at the screen, man. Oh yeah, how could I forget the emotes? The thing you're witnessing costs 400 Robux, by the way. Overall terrible game, its player count is already dropping, but right now it has around 40,000 people playing, which is still way too many. Why are games like Forsaken popular, while games like Flying, not as much? Well, personally, it all boils down to the gameplay loop. In Forsaken, you have a lot of goals to achieve, like maybe you want to be the killer, or grinding money for a new killer, or maybe you want to skin for that killer. I will not even start with the survivors. The rounds also feel unique every time because of the sometimes require teamwork and the chase sequences. In the Fighting, on the other hand, you do not have a lot of things to aim for, besides skins, and I guess tiles. You can explore the crossroads, but there is not that many things to check out. And now do not get me wrong, I am a Fighting laser, but I mainly play for a week, then quit for like half a year. But that is just what I think, so tell me your thoughts in the comments. Roblox games with land of players, High Tides. High Tides is a TF2 inspired 12v12 battleship game with 5 great classes consisting of the offensive classes, the Raider, Duelist, and Demolitionist, and the defensive/support classes, the Crewman and Bagman. You use those classes to find one of the 13 unique maps influenced by one of the 6 game modes in the game. You can customize your character, get better weapons, get skins for those weapons, do badges for rewards, and get higher and higher ranks. The game style is awesome and is genuinely really fun. So fun that I forgot I was recording gameplay and ran out of storage. If you wanna check the game out, it's in the description, and especially special thanks to Salome Drain for recommending this game. How to do the Higuruma Easter egg in JJS. First, choose Higuruma as your character. Once you've done that, get your chosen enemy to 1 or 21 health. Then, use 1 extended swings, and once the finisher is done, use 2 Justice Serve. And that's how to do the Hollow Nuke in JJS. First, just go to as your character, then get your ultimate and activate it. After that, get your chosen enemy to around 40 health or lower. Then use one, Labs Blue Max, and wait for the blue orb to stop moving. Then just use 2, Reversal Red Max. And that's how to do the Todo Easter egg in JJS. First, choose Todo as your character. After that, get your chosen enemy to a very high location. One of the 2 towers work the best. And while the enemy is on the edge of the tower, use 4, Elbow Drop. And that's how to do Todo's Black Flash in JJS. First, choose Todo as your character, and make sure you have enough in your ultimate bar to use your special. After that, use 3 Pebble Throw, and right after that, use your special. When you're on the Pebble, use 2 Brute Force twice. And that's how to get the Rachunek Sumienia badge in Grace. After you enter Reprieve, do not touch the beacon in the landscape, and just kinda wait. Yeah, I know that. That's it. How to get the Furrow badge in Grace. Simply keep playing Reprieve and wall jumping, parrying, etc. until you reach 999.999 score. You do need to survive the floor with the score in order to get the badge. How to spoil Zen in Grace. First, you need to enter Zen. To do so, just go into the purple portal on top of the store in the lobby. After you do that, just run around until you notice one of those purple pinkish star thingies on top of a door behind you. Once you find it, just touch it and then run. How to survive Irie in Grace. When you get the Irie modifier, after a small amount of time, closed eye will appear on the screen. It will first grow slightly before fully opening. To survive, you just have to jump at any point of it being on your screen and you'll be fine. And that's how to survive Litany in Grace. After you get the My Many Eyes modifier, Litany will randomly appear on your screen. It will move occasionally during its first phase. After a short period of time, Litany will begin to open its eyes one by one, attacking you. To survive, you just need to crouch or slide when Litany opens its eyes. And that's Roblox games with too many players. Jujutsu Infinite. Okay, so this game, Jujutsu Infinite, is unbelievably act. The concept of the game is like Bloxburts, but Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not like a good enough premise, right? But a lot of people thought that too. So the game had a lot of hype, it was cool and awesome. Yeah, then the game came out. Honestly, it was received pretty well. Some people didn't like the roll system for techniques, which, understandable, it's terrible. But it was the thing that kept most people playing, including myself. The devs kept giving codes for free spin, so people kept playing because dopamine or some shit. Thankfully, after around a month, the game started to die out. The gambling was enough to keep players in anymore because the constant quest loops stopped being that fun. Also, there was not much to do after getting special grades, so yeah, but it still has around 6,000 players since recording this video, which is still way too many for the level of quality this game has. That's it. Most of the things in the brand new JJS update. A new form of currency called candies that you can use in the Halloween shop that will be converted into regular cash by the end of the event. A mysterious portal that takes you to the Halloween shop, along with the brand new Halloween emotes that I'm too poor to show on here. Mahoraga got beautifully decorated, 2 new moves for Puppet Master, being Ultra Cannon and Puppet Barrage, each with their own R variants, some new M1 animations, and some smaller changes that should appear on the screen. And of course, the map is now Halloween themed. So, Minecraft Live just happened, and here's basically just a recap. The final features from the copyright were shown, which are the Copper Golem and Tool that most of you know it, I won't bother explaining. Then they say it's gonna come out literally next week, which is, well, great, obviously. They also announced the next drop that's gonna come after the Copper Age, Mounts of Mayhem. Not gonna lie, the title is like a little bit extra, but in the update we will get the Nautilus, which was leaked ages ago, and the Spear, which was also leaked ages ago. No, but they are actually really cool. You can actually joust in Minecraft, which is awesome. And you can ride the Nautilus, which also stops from drowning, and to be honest, that will really help with building and other stuff. Overall, pretty cool Minecraft Live, but the Copper Age port was kinda dry, I don't know. Oh yeah, also the Happy Gas song or stuff. Roblox games of 9 players. Parry. Parry is a fast-paced game where your main objective is to, well, parry. You can also swing, dash, counter, and taunt. Every 10 waves you have to fight a boss and you get a free upgrade. I barely understand the mechanics, so I won't even try to explain them, but they are really fun, and if you like KI game, then I'll link the description. And a special thanks to Speedy Mark for recommending this game. Roblox games with 9 players. Balatro demo project. It is quite literally just Balatro, just a little more buggy and free. I am genuinely surprised that this hasn't been taken down yet. It's worryingly similar to the actual Balatro. Roblox games with 9 players. Helmet. Now a lot of the people watching probably already know about Helmet, but it's dead. So this is just a reminder to go play it. Roblox games have not enough players. Iron Assault. Iron Assault used to be like, unironically, my favorite game. It's not very complicated compared to other strategy games. You can play with a bunch of countries, develop them, fight other countries, and a lot more on some really good maps. You could also make your own countries by creating a custom map. The game, however, is quite outdated, and if you want a slightly similar but insanely better experience, I recommend checking out the Iron Assault 2 demo. Both games will be linked in the description. Roblox games with not enough players. Trenches. Around 1 or 2 years ago, I used to play a lot of war games on Roblox, and around that time I found Trenches. The game is really fun, especially with around 30 to 50 people, but at the time of recording this, it has around 20 players, which for a game as great as Trenches is just kinda sad. In Trenches, you can play on 9 different maps, fighting for one of the 5 unique factions with a lot of classes to choose from, and even a bunch of vehicles. If you want to check the game out, it's in the pinned comment. So, Roblox has announced that they will be introducing Roblox Moments, which is basically TikTok in Roblox. So the only question I got is, why? Like, genuinely, why the hell would anybody use this? If you have a moment like that to share, you just put it up on Instagram or something like Roblox Moments. It genuinely sounds like a little bit like Google, because I'm happy quiz. Rocket from Fighting explained. Rocket is a pretty simple class in fighting with 100 health and 200 shield with an entire 1 star on the difficulty rating. His moveset consists of 4 moves including his passive, which gives him haste, increased attack speed, and reloads to ammo whenever he eliminates someone. His primary just fires a rocket that explodes when it hits anything or anyone. His secondary makes him charge an arson shot which does large damage and knockback depending on its charge type. His Q launches him into the air at the cost of 20 health. He makes 3 rocket shots that grow weaker but travel really fast. It also allows you to stay in the air for a little bit. It also deals 32 damage. Finally, his finisher. Click to fire 2 waves of rockets towards the ground. If an enemy is in the center of an explosion, it deals bonus damage. Roblox games with 9 enough players. CC. CC is... Dude, I don't even know, just to be regime. You play as, I assume, Shimon, the creator of CC and Grace, in some Pac-Man-like area with a bunch of crates all around the map. And once you break all of the crates, something interesting will happen. I don't want to spoil too much, but there is a bunch of cool secrets, and the game can be a little bit scary sometimes. If that sounds interesting, then the link's in the description. Sword from Fighting explained. Sword is a class in Fighting which has been given 2 entire stars in the difficulty rating. He has 3 moves consisting of his M2, which fires a slash that travels through enemies and shields. The R variant makes it boomerang and deal AoE damage. His Q, which makes him jump up into the air, it also makes nearby enemies go up with him. The R variant pulls nearby enemies in before going up. His E, which makes him dash forward and swing his sword. The R variant makes the first enemy hit pinned and brought with him. And finally, his finisher. Simply click wherever you want to throw the sword and it will make an explosion. It will also instantly fill up his passive. The Cog Train from Grace explained. When you equip Cog, you will get increased plug range. Plugs will also get put into your inventory instead of your hand. The trade-off is that Cook will haunt you when the train is equipped. It also gives a speed boost whenever a breaker room is open. Roblox games with 9 enough players. The reactor game. The game is interesting, to say the least. Personally, when I played it, I did not know how to do anything. Thankfully, a player by the name of Trevi taught me a lot of the things in the game. And in the end, we reached Shift 2. Out of that. Yeah, no, this game is pretty difficult. If you're gonna play it, definitely bring a friend or two. The game is incredibly detailed, but that comes at the cost of the frame rate. I personally only got above 60 FPS in the lobby, and even though my PC is pretty old, it usually handles most games perfectly fine, so just saying it probably won't run that great. There is way too many machines and whatnot for me to explain them well enough, but if you're into games with a lot of complexity and basically necessary teamwork, then I'll leave a link in the description, and a special thanks to Speedy Mark for letting me know about this game in the first place. The Steel Toad trait from Grace explained. After you equip the Steel Toad trait, you will no longer be able to open doors normally. Instead, you will have to slide into every single door you encounter, except for breaker doors. And whenever you kick open the door, you and everyone else in your run get speed boost. Roblox games with too many players, I think. Baddies. This game is... I don't even know. I saw the thumbnail and thought it would be... I don't even know what I was thinking, but it was an interesting experience. When I joined, it teleported me into the tutorial where a cutscene played I didn't record. Then I had to be a lady to death and one more cutscene, and I got teleported back into the main game. And I finally got to experience the beauty of the band's infrastructure. Then proceeded to watch a baby tear apart a gas station. And the staple of every Roblox game at this point, some form of gambling. Yeah, I mean they had some real stuff and I don't know. I didn't do anything with it though. Also, everyone in this game is either like a little girl or worryingly good at pretending to be one. And I hate those little girls because they cannot fight for shit. They keep rage quitting before their health is even like half. Overall, it's like a more cash grab version of the hood. I don't even know what I expected. I didn't have any idea what to do for this video, so bye. I don't fucking Roblox games of 9 of players. Unit 1968. Unit is a semi-realistic historic FPS that takes place during the Vietnam War. You can play on either the American team or the Viet Cong team, each coming with their respective weapons for each class. Speaking of classes, there is 5 of them, which, I mean, honestly don't not differ that much, besides like the weapon choice. Now, believe it or not, Unit used to be pretty popular, with popular creators making videos on it and whatnot, but recently it's been falling off, mainly because, well, I mean, lack of updates, and also the fact that it doesn't feel as realistic as it used to, at least compared to the newer, more advanced games. The game is a lot of fun though, you just need to find a server with more than like 5 people so that it doesn't become a walking simulator. Roblox games have not enough players, and Orthodox accounting. I'm pretty sure a bunch of you have at least heard of this game, and for good reason. It is a great game, and in simple terms it's like ultra kill combined with fighting and well, tax evasion. But basically you just get thrown into an arena and given the task of murdering cops over and over again so you don't get arrested for your questionable accounting practices. There is way too many moves or texts or whatever, I only know like 4. There's also an ultimate which stops time, so if you're into that kind of stuff then that game will be like the description.